Well, howdy there, guys. How y'all doing? Hopefully you guys are doing pretty good. As I'm currently out working. Well, picked up some stuff, and now I'm on the way back to the office to drop that stuff off, and then pick up the stuff that I need to drop off for tonight. But I wanted to run this. I was watching a couple of videos that Shannon was doing, the hockey guy, and he was talking about goal songs, and I thought it was kind of interesting, and I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit about how some are good and some are not so good. And I think in a lot of ways, when it comes to teams picking goal songs, I think in a way it all kind of started with Chelsea Dagger in Chicago. And every time they played that song, especially I remember back in 2010 when they were playing that song, I kept thinking, who is that? I kept thinking, who is that? Who sings it? Because I really liked it. I thought it was really cool, and I wanted to find out who sung the song. Well, and then, and now teams keep coming up with goal songs and new goal songs and whatever, and Shannon was talking about the new goal song in Detroit, which is an Eminem song. But they only play this one part, which apparently when you hear it over and over and over again, it's relatively annoying, which I can fully understand. And there's a lot of teams that have goal songs that are kind of lame or just kind of, meh. And I'm one that can vouch here in Minnesota. Our goal song for a good number of years that was really good, really, really good. It was Crowd Chant by Joe Satriani. And I always thought it was fantastic. Every time the Wild would score a goal and that song would play, the fans would get into it too. The fans would sing right along with it. I mean, they'd go right along with it. They'd go right along with it, and it was really cool. And they had that song for years. And then when Prince passed away, who is a very, very, very well-known musician, was born and raised here in Minnesota, and he left Minnesota when he started getting big. He left Minnesota. He went out to L.A. He went out there for a year, and he said, "Yeah, no, I'm not staying out here." And he came back, and he came back home. He came back here to Minnesota, where you can actually go see his where his studio and where he lived and all that. That's still there. It's still open for like tours and stuff. And it's called Paisley Park. And it's, I've never been there, but it's pretty cool. It's right over here in Chanhassen. But for a year, the Minnesota Wild went to, I believe the Minnesota Wild and the Minnesota Vikings. That kind of was their song for, they had, what was the song? Let's Go Crazy. And really good song, really upbeat, really got a good beat to it. And it sounds good. It really does. That was the Wild's goal song for a year. I remember when the Minnesota Vikings had the Minneapolis Miracle, and right after that play, I mean, you can hear as they're celebrating, the song playing in the background is "Let's Go Crazy" by Prince. And so that was their goal song for about a year. And then they went to, and I've heard this is the Wild, they changed this goal song again, and for the last couple of years, I don't know who it is. I don't really care who it is. It is God awful. And yes, I accentuate the awful. You want to talk about annoying? You really want to talk about annoying goal songs? Every time the Wild score a goal, the crowd's like, yay! And then all of a sudden we hear this, yay! Every time I hear that song, it makes me cringe. It sounds like a banshee in a bear trap. Oh, and I'm like, why did we change? Why do we go away from Joe Satriani? Like, seriously. Every time the Wild score a goal, I don't want to keep hearing freaking yay.
At the roundabout,
It's just it's horrible. It's just horrible. And I don't understand that. I'm like, why? Like, who in the Wild organization made that decision? Because I'm sorry, whoever made that decision, yeah, no, you don't really have a real big grasp on music, do you? Because, I mean, and that's all you hear. You know, it's not like Chelsea Dagger, they play the whole song. Or at least they play, you can hear them sing the words and all that.
Take the second exit to Minnesota 7.
But in the Minnesota Wild's theme song, kind of like with Detroit and their theme song, you only hear one part. And it's and I mean, I've never really listened to that particular Eminem song, but I've heard Shannon's heard it, obviously, and he's definitely not a fan of it. But as one who, watches the Minnesota Wild, follows the Minnesota Wild like I do, yeah, the Wild's goal song is just horrible. I mean, I'm trying to compare that goal song that the Minnesota Wild have to something is just, yeesh. I mean, that's all I can really put it as, is just it's horrible. And honestly, how many, and because I know, and there's probably some people here in Minnesota that probably like that goal song. I'm not one of them. I would love to know, though, if there's a lot of, if there's people who have watched the Minnesota Wild, follow the Minnesota Wild, and have heard that goal song. What do you think about it? Do you think it's okay, or are you or are you guys kind of in my vein where it's just, I'm just like, yeah, no, take that away. Take that goal song away, go throw it in a garbage can, and go back to either Joe Satriani or go back to Let's Go Crazy from Prince. One of those two, I'm perfect with either one of those. This one that they've had the last couple of years, where all you hear is yay, 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 yay. No, please God, no. I'm like, from The Office, no, please, God, no. Get rid of that goal song. Go back to one of the older ones. It just, And like I said, I don't know who sings it. I've never really cared to find out, because it's just awful. It's awful. It just, anytime I hear that, I swear every time I hear that song, when the Wild score a goal, I keep thinking, am I bleeding out of my ears? Because that's kind of how it feels. Whenever I hear that song, it's like I swear I have blood coming out of my ears. It's not good. But let me know what you guys think. Do a lot of your, what kind of goal songs do you guys like? What type of goal songs do you think would work? What kind of goal songs would you guys enjoy? do you think that the Wild could pick? Or just, like whatever team you watch. Do you like their goal song? Do you think their goal song's acceptable? Or do you think, now it's awful and they could use a change? I'd love to know what you guys think. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you were new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Very glad you found Larry's House of Hockey. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think. If you like the video, hit that like button. If you really like the video, it'd be awesome. It would be greatly appreciated if you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified anytime future videos are uploaded, you can tap the little bell, and it will notify you anytime one of my videos goes live. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think about goal songs. What's your favorite goal song? Do you think your particular team's goal song is good, or do you think it could use a change? I know in our case here for Minnesota, oh boy, could they use a change, because yeah, I really don't like hearing yeah. Oh. That's definitely a goal song that needs to be changed. But let me know what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Go check out some of the other videos on the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys later.